Hello and welcome to the Daily Show here on Claret and Booze. My name's Gary. We're back after we had a lovely break, 4 weeks away, no videos. It was a long, hard season for us, but we're finally back. By the way, if you missed the show last night, we did our first summer booze up on a Sunday night. Really good show. It was kind of a catch-all where we bought everything from the last month, spoke about everything that's happened while we've been away. Good show. Catch it if you can. On this show, coming up today, I want to briefly discuss the completion of the Nayef Aguerd deal. He's finally at West Ham. I say finally, I think it seems we got the deal done quite quickly in the end, which is good. But there's also news that Moyes wants to bring in 6 new signings to West Ham. And that was reported in the London Evening Standard today. So I want to talk about which positions we need to fill and if this will give us enough players, in order to have strength in depth and to compete on all fronts. Then I want to discuss an exciting striker link, a player who could bring something completely new to West Ham. And it's the first time I've seen this name. It'll probably be everywhere by the time you see this video. But hey, but anyway, please give this video a watch, and if you like what we do, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Claret and Booze. We will be doing transfer news throughout the summer. Now we've had our lovely break, feeling all refreshed. But anyway, on with the show. Firstly, it's fantastic that we've signed Moyes' #1 target so early in the window. That's a great sign of things to come. You know, if he turns out to be a great centre half, which Moyes clearly thinks he is, 30 million is not to be sniffed at. He's a square peg in a square hole. We needed badly a left-sided centre half after Agbonna got injured last year. You remember we started the season really, really strongly, and it knocked the wind out of our sails for a while, didn't it? While Zuma got used to playing on the left side of defence, and then we had Diop coming in, and various other bits and pieces. But this would be fantastic because this would give us, with Ogbonna signing a new deal, this will give us 2 very strong left-sided centre halves. So I'd imagine Ogbonna will be the understudy this year. And 2 very strong right-sided centre-halves as well, with Zuma being the #1 and Dawson probably being the #2, even though that's probably going to upset some people. I think that is the way it is. But no matter how you look at it, it's a very positive start to the transfer window for us. But with Aguerd done, and by the way, that deal, he only got back from international duty last Thursday, and we had that deal wrapped up pretty damn quickly after that. So, well done to the club for getting that done so quickly. I know it seemed to be going on for weeks, but it wasn't really because he was away on international duty. So more of that, please, West Ham. With that deal done, the Evening Standard reporting 6 more signings to come. And this must include some outgoings as well. The likes, I'm thinking, Diop, Ben Rama. Apparently, Moyes told Ben Rama that he's going to try and sell him. Masuaku almost definitely, and another one that's a definite nailed on is Vlasic. So, before we lose anybody at this point in time, draw a line in the sand. With Aguerd, we've got 19 first-teamers right now, and that's after losing Noble, Yarmolenko, Fredericks, Martin, Krau, and Areola. Albeit we're going to sign Areola again. Currently, there is a significant interest in Vlasic and Diop, and that means if we were to lose those 2 plus Ben Rama and Masuaku, we'd be left with 15 senior first team players without factoring in some youth players who might make the grade. So 6 players, bringing in 6 players, I think that's probably a minimum. That is something we definitely need to achieve. Now that'll be 1 keeper, so that'll be Areola hopefully. I'd love to see him sign, and there will be at least 5 other outfield players. But what do we need? What gaps do we need to fill? Now, to my mind, I want to see more square pegs in square holes. I want to bring in players that we need rather than being forced to play people out of position. That happened time and again last year due to the small, having no strength in depth really, no options on the bench. But the way I see it, keeper. Obviously, Areola comes in, is a #1. We'll need to replace Cresswell. Now, Cresswell, like Ogbonna, like Dawson, can drop back and be the second string because we're going to need a second string. But we need a good, solid, quick, pacey left back and someone who can also play left wing back. I think that's to my mind, that is something that is a position we have to fill. In addition to that, we've got to get somebody for central midfield because we've lost Krul and Noble. Now, Krul ain't much of a miss, is he? But him and Noble were supposed to be backing up Rice and Souček. Now, right now, there is no backup for Rice and Souček from what I can see. Now, we might see, I guess, Connor Coventry come back and take over, Phil Noble's shoes. But I think we definitely need to bring in a central midfielder. Preferably somebody who can play the holding role. I think we saw last year that Deck likes to, is liking to get forward a little bit more, and I don't really want to see him with, see Deck restrained into just securing the defence. Next, so that's keeper, left wing back, left back, centre mid. We need a striker, so this would be number 4. A backup and competition for Antonio, preferably competition for Antonio, right? I don't really want to see us sign just a backup. I want somebody to come in who's a good striker in their own right, not somebody that's going to have to grow and have to be introduced slowly. And we'll come to one of those later. But, we've been linked with all sorts, and Nesri, various other people as well. And there's a lot out there. Surely we can find a striker to fit our team. Then, if we get rid of Ben Rama, we'll need a new left winger, right? Because that is the role he played most of the time. He's not the best left winger. I think he's more of a number 10, but not in our team. And then we need the long-awaited Lingard replacement. So an attacking midfielder, somebody with flair. And I think the striker I'm going to talk about today, he can play that position as well. So just to recap, we need keeper, left back, centre mid, striker, left winger, attacking midfielder. 6 players. So I think that number from the Evening Standard is absolutely bang on. Incidentally, Lyon and Monaco are interested in Diop at the moment. They showing interest. I don't know if I expect we'll get our money back on him because he ain't exactly done much wrong. And he made a few errors last year, but he also done some really good stuff as well, didn't he? So I'd expect us to recoup the money that we shelled out for him, and I think we paid 22 million for him. Again, people are going to be looking for budget deals, but I don't see why they should get a budget deal. Nikola Vlasic, on the other hand, yeah, they're going to get a budget deal on him. It's sad what's happened to him. I mean, he's come in, he's scored 1 goal in 31 appearances. He's only made 6 starts. Moyes definitely doesn't fancy him. It's open to debate whether this was a Moyes signing or not. I mean, all the sort of people who are in the know say yes, it was, but I don't know. I think he would have backed him a little bit more and give him more opportunities if it was his signing, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, Torino in Italy, they want to loan Vlasic, and West Ham are saying no. We've paid 27 million for this player. We want a fee, and I think West Ham will be happy to take a significant loss on Vlasic, but no matter what it is, we still want a fee. We want some cash out of them, right? The CSKA Moscow coach Ivica Olic has been also saying that he needs to move, that Vlasic has told him that he wants to move. It's hardly surprising, really, is it? I mean, you've got to feel for the guy. He's just landed in a club, in a team that plays in a way that doesn't suit him. It's probably a league that doesn't suit him. But you can't question the guy's commitment. He's always tried hard when he came on. He just doesn't seem to quite have that special thing. There were a couple of times where he looked like he might have been doing a bit better, like away at Spurs in the League Cup. He had a brilliant first half, but again, that was it, wasn't it? He faded away in the second half. Anyway, enough about Vlasic. So yeah, in summary, I agree with what the Evening Standard are saying. 6 players to come in. That would take us to a total, we've got 15 if all those players go out, 6 coming in, that'd give us 21. So then you've got to look at, surely in order to make up, we had a squad of 25 this year, in order to make up that number, there must be some youth players going to make the grade. Occo Flex, Harrison Ashby. I don't think Sonny Perkins is being allowed to leave, so perhaps Sonny Perkins, right? And whoever else we've got as well. With the Europa Conference in mind, I think that would be a really good thing to do. And it'd be lovely to see more players sort of graduating as well. So I think there are definitely 3 or 4 spaces in that first team squad for the younger players. Here's hoping. So anyway, new striker link. So this is one that I haven't seen before, and it's a really interesting one. This is a guy who's labelled the new Tevez. Now, I know plenty of people have been labelled the new Tevez in the past, but it seems like some of his attributes are actually, they do compare it to Tevez. His name is Giacomo Raspadori and he's called the future of Italy. A striker, 22, 5'8" tall. In the season before last, he scored 6 goals in 13 starts. He burst onto the scene. And then last season, he scored 10 goals with 5 assists in only 30 games in Serie A. He plays for Sassuolo, valued at around 25 to 30 million pounds. 2-footed, can play as a second striker, a left winger, a centre forward. He's short, stocky, strong. So many ways to describe him here, but it's basically saying that he is like Tevez. Very technically gifted, low centre of gravity, strength and acceleration, a nightmare for defenders. I mean, this just sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? And it probably is. But from what I've read, this is a very promising player, someone who's even played for Italy 13 times, the senior national team 13 times, scoring 3 goals. So this is someone that, you know, I do wonder at 22 why he hasn't been picked up by one of the Italian giants or something like that. But nonetheless, if it's one of those, you know, one of those that slipped under the radar, perhaps, or maybe because of his, you know, kind of slight stature, that is not seen as, you know, he's maybe not the sort of player that fits their template. Who knows? But either way, it's a very interesting link. And we know David Moyes likes players to be agile, so to have someone that can fill the striker role, can play in a number 10, great finisher, and can also play on the left wing, you know, that sounds like a player that maybe David Moyes would be interested in. The only doubt I've got is that he's quite small. And David does like a big lump, doesn't he? Anyway, we shall see. Well, that's me done. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please join Nick on Thursday. Please leave me a comment. I read all of the comments and reply to most of them as well. If you like the video, please subscribe to our channel, Claret and Booze. And we're going to keep up this transfer content throughout the summer. Hopefully, we'll be able to share with you some really good news. And also, if you like the video, please give it a like. It all helps. So until then, until next time, thank you very much for watching. See you soon. And come on, you irons.